Good afternoon and welcome to draw number 2 of the 2025 Men's Provincial Curling Championship here at the Capital Winter Club. It is a snowy Wednesday as competition has begun earlier today. Today's feature lineup, we are here on sheet number 3. We will be here on sheet number 3 most of the event leading into Saturday afternoon, where sheet 3 won't be used, so we'll travel between sheets 2 or 4. But as we begin play here, we do have Team Rene Comeau versus Team Brody Hanson. Brody Hanson coming off a win this afternoon to face seeded number 1 Rene Comeau and crew here in this afternoon's draw. Also playing this afternoon's draw, we have the James Grattan rink from the Gage Golf and Curling Club. We have the Kennedy rink from Curl Moncton over on sheet 1. On sheet 2, we have the Ryan Kane rink from the Capital Winter Club facing off Luke Robichaud's crew, also from the Capital Winter Club. That is a U20 team. So they're playing here in the Tankard this weekend, and then they're off again to St. Andrews next week in their quest to claim the provincial U20 event. Of course, we're here on our feature sheet with Team Comeau and Team Hanson. And then over on sheet 4, kind of coming out of semi-retirement, we have Zach Eldridge and company. And we have up-and-comers as well, Raj Dalrymple from the Gage Golf and Curling Club. Again, that is also a team on their way to the U20 event in St. Andrews in a couple weeks' time. So, a lot of rocks here kind of stacking up on the center line. Looks like a good practice, but yeah, we're here in competition, and Matt Stanley with his final one, looking to move some granite and just moves one. Blue currently sits 4 right now by the looks of it. Rene just looking to replace that guard with Alex Robichaud's final stone. No relation to Luke. So these are 10 games here this afternoon and all weekend long, quite honestly. So a little different than what we saw with our mixed doubles coverage or our U18 coverage in January. Of course, our women's provincials were just held a couple weeks ago in beautiful St. Andrews, New Brunswick at the Heather Curling Club. Again, so introduction to the 10 end realm. As we see here, Team Hanson trying to work this rock over in behind on the 4-foot. This one's just going to have a little too much mustard, gets to the back one, but it does look like it's cut blue down to 2 right now. So we've seen most of our play down this right-hand side of the sheet. Rene opting to go to the intern for him, being a right-handed curler. Looking across all the other sheets, this one seems to be the one with the most rocks in play. As Rene delivers his first of 2 here this end. A big scrub out of Trevor and Alex. The boys in the bright white curling coats really going at it there, trying to get that rock to the 4-foot. Brody trying to figure out how to cut things off with Matt. Do we play the guard? Do we play the draw right to it? Try to angle everything up so that Rene can't advance that stone for 3. Can't cover everything. The easiest shot is the little bump and run that they've got going on there. And maybe is this a case that they're trying to get to that? They could be trying to get to that corner 2 of the blue and bump that forward as well. By 1, little wick off here. Does punch it through. Blue sits shot stone right now. Maybe second shot, might not have gotten enough. But a well-thrown shot by Brody, well managed by front end Dan Lister and Sam Forrestal. Rene Comeau with his final stone of end number 1, looking to advance at blue stone to make it 2. Alex looking to coax that rock over with this directional sweeping. Will it get there in time? And Trevor trying to get it to the button. It looks like it was enough, but we'll wait for the final score to go up for sure. And since they're not putting the score up right away, we'll be right back after this. Proud supporters of Curling NB. Hoop Lasso. Visit www.hooplasso.ca to learn about our mineralizer and to find a retailer near you. BrokerLink Insurance. BrokerLink has a group rate for members of Curling NB. Visit www.brokerlink.ca to get your quote today. The Brennan Icebreaker. The Jake Thomas Celebrity Curling Classic. The Government of New Brunswick. The Curling NB Hall of Fame. Visit www.facebook.com/CNBHOF for all information regarding the Curling NB Hall of Fame and this year's nominations. Egg Farmers Rocks and Rings Program. Visit www.rocksandrings.com to bring the Rocks and Rings program to your school's gymnasium or community function. Sport New Brunswick. Visit www.sportnb.com to learn more. Coaching Association of Canada. Visit www.coach.ca to learn more. And Curling Canada. Visit www.curling.ca to view all future upcoming events.
Uplazo's all-purpose mineralizer is the ideal solution for your plants. Uplazo is 100% natural and offers your vegetables, flowers, trees, herbs, and houseplants a blend of more than 57 minerals, compared to the big brand fertilizers that offer 3 minerals at most. Uplazo enhances everything that grows. Get bigger, tastier, and more colorful fruits and vegetables while keeping bugs away naturally. For a garden worthy of Grandma, use Uplazo All-Purpose Mineralizer.
Good afternoon and welcome back to the 2025 Men's Provincial Curling Championship here at the Capel Winter Club. And after the end of one end of play, we saw Team Comeau go up by 2 with a dramatic tap up to the button with all those rocks in play. As we begin play here in end 2, again, playing for the steal, Team Comeau with the guard and the draw, and Team Hanson taking full advantage of that center guard right away. And Trevor Kraus with his first just coming up a little heavy. Ice conditions are starting to speed up after 2 9-minute practices and the first end. So ice conditions should now be at their peak and should maintain that for the entirety of the game. Of course, we do have ice maker Joe Mason on call this week. The chief ice tech here at the Capital Winter Club looking after the ice. So players do know they're not going to leave a knee print or handprint on the ice or they shall face his wrath. Rene looking to bail out here. Guard situation just not to his favor right now. Big scrub here out of Alex and just missing that one on the button. They did remove one stone from play though, but the button is still fully accessible around that guard. Sam Forrestal here with his final stone in 2. This one crashing on the front guard. Does leave a bit of a port. Could draw in to it. And that's exactly the call. This one looks a little light. Trying to get this down through the hole. Big scrub here from Sam. I think this is going to wreck though. Does wreck. And Alex with probably what looks like to be near perfect shot. From behind here, it does look like they are shot stone. And we do recognize we are having some camera glitching. We're going to try to change a chord here during the break and see if that fixes everything up. A big scrub from Sam on Matt Stanley's final stone does open things up, spills the blue in, but the button now has access. Renee with his first, trying to get to the button, trying to force this single point. And right to the pin it goes. Skipper's got draw weight in his back pocket today. A big scrub here out of Sam, trying to get it down to the blue. Now a big scrub from Dan, trying to direct it to that blue stone. Does catch the yellow on the way by. Hard to tell here. Rene Comeau with his final in 2. Questions on who is shot. Is it blue? Is it yellow? From our vantage point, it's tough to tell. Boys trying to carve it over. Block that hole. Really taking their time trying to figure out how to get in there. Brody with his final. Trying to angle this yellow over. So they're gonna... No, it was gonna catch the yellow. And Matt says yellow, Alex says blue, so we are going to get ourselves a measure here, folks. And if the players would get out of the way, they're supposed to be over his shoulder to his left. And umpire Dave Burpee, we're happy to have him back on circuit, has indicated it is 1 yellow. So the Hanson team on the board.
Le minéralisant tout usage Uplaso est la solution idéale pour tous vos végétaux. Uplaso est naturel à 100% et offre à vos légumes, fleurs, arbres, fines herbes et plantes d'intérieur un mélange de plus de 57 minéraux, alors que les fertilisants de grandes marques en offrent 3 au plus. Uplaso fait le bonheur de tout ce qui pousse. Obtenez des fruits et légumes plus goûteux, plus gros et plus colorés et éloignez les insectes de façon naturelle. Pour un jardin digne de celui de grand-maman, utilisez le minéralisant tout usage Uplaso.
proud supporters of Curling NB. Hoop Lasso. Visit www.hooplasso.ca to learn about our mineralizer and to find a retailer near you. BrokerLink Insurance. BrokerLink has a group rate for members of Curling NB. Visit www.brokerlink.ca to get your quote today. The Brennan Icebreaker. The Jake Thomas Celebrity Curling Classic. The Government of New Brunswick. The Curling NB Hall of Fame. Visit www.facebook.com/CNBHOF for all information regarding the Curling NB Hall of Fame and this year's nominations. Egg Farmers Rocks and Rings Program. Visit www.rocksandrings.com to bring the Rocks and Rings program to your school's gymnasium or community function. Sport New Brunswick. Visit www.sportnb.com to learn more. Coaching Association of Canada. Visit www.coach.ca to learn more. And Curling Canada. Visit www.curling.ca to view all future upcoming events.
Good afternoon and welcome back to draw number 2. Sorry, I'm ahead of myself. Draw number 3 is later this evening. Draw number 2 of the 2025 Men's Provincial Curling Championship here at the Capital Winter Club in Fredericton, New Brunswick. Team Hanson scored one, got on the board, came down to the almighty measure. As we begin end number 3, both teams playing very defensive, trying to kind of put some time back on the clock, as most games right now are finishing the third or starting the fourth end. So, a little behind the 8 ball, both these teams are in the time clock. I would dare say keeping in step with the last name. Probably Brody is a little tighter on time than he would like to be, just like his brother Trevor. But nevertheless, they are masters at managing their clocks. And teams right now trading hit for hit as we play here in the third. and this has been a textbook end of how to put time back on your clock. Of course, not running time. We are into thinking time, but the longer you think, the more time you do eat up. So this put the brush down, throw the stone, know exactly what you're going to throw, really does speed up the game. So with that stone rolling out, Renee has full access to the rings. Brody Hanson with his final here in 3, looking to play the hit. Would like to roll to the button, but it looks like that one's just going to track right down there, hitting nose, giving Team Comeau the out for the blank. And unfortunately does not get the hit and roll out. So it is 1 for Team Comeau here at the end of the 3rd.
Uplazo's all-purpose mineralizer is the ideal solution for your plants. Uplazo is 100% natural and offers your vegetables, flowers, trees, herbs, and houseplants a blend of more than 57 minerals, compared to the big brand fertilizers that offer 3 minerals at most. Uplazo enhances everything that grows. Get bigger, tastier, and more colorful fruits and vegetables while keeping bugs away naturally. For a garden worthy of grandma, use Uplazo all-purpose mineralizer.
Good afternoon and welcome back to the 2025 Men's Provincial Curling Championship here at the Capital Winter Club in Fredericton, New Brunswick. We are in end number 4 as we see Team Renee Comeau leading Team Brody Hanson 3-2-1. Hit and roll attempt, not rolling all the way out. This end, Team Comeau looking to try and get the steal by drawing one in and now throwing the center guard. Team Hanson trying to generate 2 or more by putting up the corner guard. Trying to navigate the port here. With Dan Lister's final stone here in 4. Needs to come down. Should stop around back 8, back 12. Trevor Kraus with his first, looking to draw right on top of the stone Alex Kyle through. And just like that, picture perfect. Looking to play the hit and the peel and flop. More flop than wanted. But the center guard does go away. And the 2 rings or 2 rocks in the house are exposed. And Trevor showing that he is a diverse second stone. Not only can he play the big upweight hits with that massive backswing, he can also play the finesse shot like that guard. Leaving Team Hanson no choice but having to play the peel again. Maybe get a little bit of a run back here this time. Catches it. Springs everything off. And just like that, the water on the beans, as they say, has been changed. Alex Robichaux here with his first stone of end number 4, looking to draw around in behind Alex, a mixed doubles provincial champion. Recently went to the Olympic trials with his mixed doubles partner, Melissa Adams. So here in end number 4, More rocks in play. Makes the run. Removes the blue stone. Does roll out into the open. But goal achieved. Trying to get the little roll inside. Rolls just too far and does leave itself a little exposed. Opting to play the peel. Run it in. Misses the back yellow one. Does open that blue one up even more. But it is a bundle of yellow guards around the center line. Just as we look across as well as Rene goes up to throw his first stone, it is a 4-1 lead for Mike Kennedy over Team Grattan. It is a 2-0 lead for Team Robichaud over Team Kane. And Team Dalrymple leads Zach Eldridge and company 3-2 as they play the fourth ends. And trying to see if this one, trying to curl this one in around behind cover. And we have a unique measure happening over on 2 right now, trying to see if the stone is in play. And it is not. Brody Hanson with his first, trying to draw down, trying to suck in behind those center guards. Sitting on top of the button area. Does have backing. Dan trying to work that over. He will work it over. He'll bounce it off. Quite potentially yellow does sit too, with how things lay out there. needing to sit, needing to sit, does bounce it back a little bit. But could get to it with some board weight, roll it off, sit 3. That is quite the possibility. Brody Hanson with his final stone here in 4, trying to get it over. Picks it off. It's 1 for sure. Waiting to see what Alex will say. Asking Trevor to take a look. And we're going to have another measure here, folks. So, when we go into 5, we know it will be at least a 3-2 game. And the call for Dave Burpee to come out here again with the measuring stick. And it's 2 yellow by indications from the official.
Time adjusted on sheet Delta Blue.
And with that, we will go into the 5th. Of course, with our U18 and our mixed doubles events, they are 8 ends of play. But we're not yet done. We have one more end before we go to break. But we will take this time to bring you a message from some of Curling NB sponsors.
Proud supporters of Curling NB. Hoop Lasso. Visit www.hooplasso.ca to learn about our mineralizer and to find a retailer near you. BrokerLink Insurance. BrokerLink has a group rate for members of Curling NB. Visit www.brokerlink.ca to get your quote today. The Brennan Icebreaker. The Jake Thomas Celebrity Curling Classic. The Government of New Brunswick. The Curling NB Hall of Fame. Visit www.facebook.com/CNBHOF for all information regarding the Curling NB Hall of Fame and this year's nominations. Egg Farmers Rocks and Rings Program. Visit www.rocksandrings.com to bring the Rocks and Rings program to your school's gymnasium or community function. Sport New Brunswick. Visit www.sportnb.com to learn more. Coaching Association of Canada. Visit www.coach.ca to learn more. And Curling Canada. Visit www.curling.ca to view all future upcoming events.
Good afternoon and welcome back to the 2025 Men's Provincial Curling Championship here at the Capital Winter Club in Fredericton, New Brunswick. The winner of this event will move on to represent New Brunswick at the Montana's Briar in Kelowna, BC, the first weekend in March. And we saw at the tail end of that fourth end, Team Hanson, B. Hanson, because we do have Trevor, Brody's brother, in the field as well, tie the game up at 3 apiece. And again, I believe we'll see a fairly defensive game end this part of the game, just to build some more time back up on the clock as we had multiple rocks in play last end. Matt Stanley's draw just coming up a shade short of shot. This is going to allow Team Comeau to wrap in around behind it and sit 2. This one just might have a little too much weight on it as Brody brushes it back through. Should be sitting 2 blue still. Yellow is just sitting just biting the outside of the rings there. Sam trying to save it. Dan trying to curl it. Catch the back blue one, but in the back, but didn't quite remove it. Yellow does sit shot stone presently. This one's all over the front guard. Trying to get it on the rings at the very least.
They're playing break on sheet rubble.
And down to the back blue one with Brody's first. Removing it from play. Yellow does sit 3 at this present time. Renee on his first. Pitched this one a little inside. Does remove 1 yellow from play. Yellow still sits 2. This one needs to sit on the button. Skipper draws to the top 4. Has a good piece of it. Renee thinks he can do better. Needs to get half it in there.
Plenty of time left. Yellow spin up a bit.
Needs a piece of the button. Good solid piece. Trying to get it there, trying to get it there, trying to get it there. And under pressure, what a shot. 1 blue for Team Comeau coming into the 5th end break.
Really good shot.
And as teams go for snacks, water, so will we. We'll be back in 5.
Proud supporters of Curling NB. Hoop Lasso. Visit www.hooplasso.ca to learn about our mineralizer and to find a retailer near you. BrokerLink Insurance. BrokerLink has a group rate for members of Curling NB. Visit www.brokerlink.ca to get your quote today. The Brennan Icebreaker. The Jake Thomas Celebrity Curling Classic. The Government of New Brunswick. The Curling NB Hall of Fame. Visit www.facebook.com/CNBHOF for all information regarding the Curling NB Hall of Fame and this year's nominations. Egg Farmers Rocks and Rings Program. Visit www.rocksandrings.com to bring the Rocks and Rings program to your school's gymnasium or community function. Sport New Brunswick. Visit www.sportnb.com to learn more. Coaching Association of Canada. Visit www.coach.ca to learn more. And Curling Canada. Visit www.curling.ca to view all future upcoming events.
Le minéralisant tout usage Uplaso est la solution idéale pour tous vos végétaux. Uplaso est naturel à 100% et offre à vos légumes, fleurs, arbres, fines herbes et plantes d'intérieur un mélange de plus de 57 minéraux, alors que les fertilisants de grandes marques en offrent 3 au plus. Uplaso fait le bonheur de tout ce qui pousse. Obtenez des fruits et légumes plus goûteux, plus gros et plus colorés et éloignez les insectes de façon naturelle. Pour un jardin digne de celui de grand-maman, utilisez le minéralisant tout usage Uplaso.
Good afternoon and welcome back to the 2025 Men's Provincial Curling Championship here at the Capital Winter Club. We saw a pistol perfect draw to the corner of the button by Renee Comeau at the end of 5 to save the team facing 3. Team Hanson now looking to try and generate a deuce here. Of course, having Dan's first one slide into the house, not advantageous because it can be removed right away because it's outside the 4-foot zone.
Get that mic?
Yep. Got that click delay.
Yep, that's fine,
Yep.
that's good.
Yep.
Tiny. That time's out, then this one is back.
Trevor Krause's first stone going behind their top 12. This is going to allow Team Hanson to try to get in there. But looks like this one's kind of sliding deep. Speed of the ice picking up here as the ice crew came out and mopped during the 5th end break, taking all that frost that would have built up on the sides off the ice. So, perfect opportunity for Trevor to draw around. And splitting the house, one top 12, one back 12. Brody wanting the front ones removed. And success.
Swing that about.
And that guard's been replaced. Team Hanson's going to be in this peel the guard until Team Comeau makes a mistake in placing these guards by getting it too close and trying to catch one on the way by. And that one lands fairly high. Not really protecting a whole lot. So opting to draw around in behind here on Matt Stanley's final stone here in 6. Sam with the big brush trying to get this by. Dan's going to get in. Try to carve that over right to that blue stone. Freeze it right on top. Not quite welded, but it is there for shot.
Discuss this one another time out.
So Rene Comeau with his first trying to get down in behind this guard, in behind this one that's at the top 12, top 4. And does hit shot, is exposed a little bit. We saw Brody pick one out earlier in 4. Opportunity here to do it again. Brody Hanson with his first. Big scrub out of Sam trying to get it by. Did they brush that the wrong way? They pick it out. Can Matt take it all the way back? Yes, he can.
Great guy. He he's got it. He was involved in so much stuff behind the scenes nobody knew about. People he was looking after, money was given out. Wow, great guy.
Renee Comeau with his final stone, trying to make his draw, but better this go around. Big scrub out of Trevor and Alex. Is this going to get by the guard? Got by the guard. Is it going to get by the one on the 12-foot? It's going to get by that one. Switch, directional sweeping right to the button, and pins it. If this was for last shot draw, we'd have to triangulate that.
All those back roads and just take our time and spot we could park our RV and spend the night and take off the next day. Absolutely. Yeah, okay.
So after some deliberations, trying to pick it out on this side. Needs to move it to the 4-foot, or needs to move it off the button to the 12-foot to pick up one here. And a big scrub from Dan. This one picked on them, I think. And it is a steal of 1 for Team Comeau here at the end of 6.
Le minéralisant tout usage Uplaso est la solution idéale pour tous vos végétaux. Uplaso est naturel à 100% et offre à vos légumes, fleurs, arbres, fines herbes et plantes d'intérieur un mélange de plus de 57 minéraux, alors que les fertilisants de grandes marques en offrent 3 au plus. Uplaso fait le bonheur de tout ce qui pousse. Obtenez des fruits et légumes plus goûteux, plus gros et plus colorés et éloignez les insectes de façon naturelle. Pour un jardin digne de celui de grand-maman, utilisez le minéralisant tout usage Uplaso.
Proud supporters of Curling NB. Hoop Lasso. Visit www.hooplasso.ca to learn about our mineralizer and to find a retailer near you. BrokerLink Insurance. BrokerLink has a group rate for members of Curling NB. Visit www.brokerlink.ca to get your quote today. The Brennan Icebreaker. The Jake Thomas Celebrity Curling Classic. The Government of New Brunswick. The Curling NB Hall of Fame. Visit www.facebook.com/CNBHOF for all information regarding the Curling NB Hall of Fame and this year's nominations. Egg Farmers Rocks and Rings Program. Visit www.rocksandrings.com to bring the Rocks and Rings program to your school's gymnasium or community function. Sport New Brunswick. Visit www.sportnb.com to learn more. Coaching Association of Canada. Visit www.coach.ca to learn more. And Curling Canada. Visit www.curling.ca to view all future upcoming events.
Good afternoon and welcome back to the Men's Provincial Curling Championship here at the Capital Winter Club in Fredericton, New Brunswick. We are in end number 7 here, and we saw Renee Comeau placing it on the pin, and Brody Hanson's hit just coming up a wee bit inside, looked like it curled right out of his hand, so not sure if it picked or if he turned it in. But after 6 ends of play, Team Comeau leads 5-3. It's still anybody's game. And a big scrub here out of Alex, and Alex to get that by that guard. Trevor would be saying to the boys, "Thanks for saving me. That was going to crash all over the guard." By wrecking on the guard, they do sit third shot, so multiple points in play here now. So with that guard replaced, Brody's trying to get in there. This is all over the guard, but does roll off. And that is a little bit disastrous. Blue now sits 3. Trying to place this as a tight guard. Just trying to keep the pressure on. Matt Stanley with his first. That port is there. That rock is amply exposed with how late they are finishing. Dan with his head down, trying to save it. It got it by. Punches the blue one back, punches it through. We're now on a game of monkey see, monkey do. Anything you can do, I can do better. Alex in his final stone in 7, trying to follow Matt down and remove this yellow stone. Removes the yellow stone, rolls tucked in behind, partially in behind cover, behind the yellow corner guard. Trying to draw down to this blue one and bump it back. Matt trying to save this, trying to get it by the guard. Got it by the guard. Right down to it, right down to it. Bounce it back. Not quite enough mustard on that yellow stone, but it does sit there for second shot. And with that, Rene plunking it right where he wanted, top four. Skipper's had draw weight all game long. Teams still have about 15 minutes on the clock. Plenty of time here as they play 7. Brody looking to play the pick. If he catches it thin enough, he could play the double. Dan trying to say that this is going to pick off the guard. Does open it up. Rene Comeau with his final stone here in 7. Trying to restrict access to that top blue stone that is sitting shot. Blue currently sits first and second, with Team Hanson having hammer. Trevor and Alex really walking that over, really walking that forward, and places that stone perfectly. Brody Hanson here in 8. Sorry, in 7. We're moving into 8. Sign guy really needs to get the graphics together. Trying to get down to that blue stone and plunk it over. Need a little bit of a flip, more of a flip. And the pat on the back. That is one yellow. Good save by Team Hanson. Good save by Sam to keep that rock out there. After 7 ends of play, Team Comeau leads 5-4.
Uplazo's all-purpose mineralizer is the ideal solution for your plants. Uplazo is 100% natural and offers your vegetables, flowers, trees, herbs, and houseplants a blend of more than 57 minerals compared to the big brand fertilizers that offer 3 minerals at most. Uplazo enhances everything that grows. Get bigger, tastier, and more colorful fruits and vegetables while keeping bugs away naturally. For a garden worthy of grandma, use Uplazo all-purpose mineralizer.
Good afternoon and welcome back to the Men's Provincial Curling Championship here at the Capital Winter Club. We are in end number 8. To start things off here, Dan Lister with his first. The team had a large huddle after this end discussing strategy, and it looks like Team Hanson is looking to steal this end by placing the center guard. Alex Kyle with his first, trying to draw in behind. Draws top 12, just biting 8. And that one just tracked out there a little too much, leaving this one wide open for the taking. And a nice soft weight hit there by Alex Kyle to remove that stone, and blue currently sits 2 at the moment. Coming down. Just going to plunk it on the nose. Does sit around for shot stone. And with the weights going up, rocks are tracking a little straighter than what they normally would. It's kind of what you want with good curling ice. And a hit and a plunk out. Trading hit for hit at right now as we speak. Renee leading by 1, and with Hammer trying to generate a multiple score opportunity. Team Hanson looking at removing stones, trying to get that fortuitous flop and roll into the button, double guarded by the one on the center line and the one in the top 8. Alex Robichaud with a little bit of a wobble, recovers. Trevor trying to play the safe, gets rid of both of them and rolls out himself. Bingo, bango, and bungo, as Shooter McGavin would say. All of a sudden, the water's changed on the beans, and Team Hanson now sits shot. Trying to clear them both off. Peels one off. Team Hanson discussing shot options. If you throw the guard right away, Renee's just going to draw to the button, and he's had button weight all afternoon long. trying to beat him there first. It will leave a short run double, but the hope is that if he does make it, you get the little hit and flop to the side. This one's coming up a little light. Does give Renee the double opportunity here. And Renee with his first, and it's a howitzer. Spills the 2 yellows. And the shooter rolls as well. Brody Hanson with his final stone here in 8. Looking to draw to the pin. Brody's weight on these pressure type shots has equally matched Renee's. This one's going to go a little deep. But it'll be a wide open blank attempt here for Team Comeau. We're just going to see a clean brush here. And folks, that'll do it for the 8th end with a blank end as we go into 9.
Le minéralisant tout usage Uplaso est la solution idéale pour tous vos végétaux. Uplaso est naturel à 100% et offre à vos légumes, fleurs, arbres, fines herbes et plantes d'intérieur un mélange de plus de 57 minéraux, alors que les fertilisants de grandes marques en offrent 3 au plus. Uplaso fait le bonheur de tout ce qui pousse. Obtenez des fruits et légumes plus goûteux, plus gros et plus colorés et éloignez les insectes de façon naturelle. Pour un jardin digne de celui de grand-maman, utilisez le minéralisant tout usage Uplaso.
Good afternoon and welcome back to draw number 2 of the 2025 Men's Provincial Curling Championship. This has been such a tight contest here. Team Hanson, of course, advancing to face seed number 1, Team Renee Comeau, with a win earlier this morning. Renee, this is their first time seeing competition on the ice, having only practiced first thing this morning. We see of course Team Hanson trying to steal this end by setting up that center guard, needing one to tie. At this point, 2 to get a go ahead. And this stone just coming up a little short, but setting up a good double guard for the steal. And that one plunks right down on top. This one is exposed just a little bit. Brody looking to take full opportunity of it being open with a soft weight hit. And Dan Lister right all over this, out of his hand by the guard. Spills them off from in behind the guards. Yellow sits around, moves the blue to the back 4. This was a video game. The achievement was unlocked, doing everything that they needed to do. Renee calling the team down to discuss the shot, what they think they should be doing. Plenty of time still on their clocks. With the team all on the same game plan now. Trevor Krause in his first here in 9. Looking to go around, draw on top 4. And right where the broom was placed. Brody trying to pick this one off again. The way the guards are staggered, that high guard isn't quite there just yet. Round 1. And hit and roll in behind. Rolls too far. But does sit around 4. Third shot. So Renee going to start stacking them on the center line. Trevor Krause with his final stone here too. Sinks it right on top. Over curls just a little bit. But they are buried. Little quick brush to keep it straight. Kind of caught. Now they can curl. They're by the guards. Punching that one back. But I don't think yellow outcounts any of the blue as of yet, but it is close.
Timeout blue on sheet. Charlie.
And we have a timeout here.
Oh, just the ice.
Oh,
Semi down.
and we saw Vance go down. On the thermometer on sheet 1. Little rub and roll. So Team Comeau did use their one time out. Team Hanson still has theirs as they discuss the plan of attack at this blue stone. Matt Stanley's final stone here in 9. Trying to get to that blue stone and punch it through the back to sit 2. Potentially. And a big scrub out of Dan Lister. And now a big scrub out of Sam to curl it. Roll under cover, and that blue one goes out through the back. If it's one blue at the back, it is very exposed at the moment. And we do have our first final of the night. After 9 ends of play, Team Dalrymple beats Team Eldridge 9-4. It was a pretty tight game up through the 6th end, and then Dalrymple opened it up with a 3-7, and then a 2-9. Alex going top 4. Brody Hanson here with his first in 9. Another big scrub out of Dan trying to get this by. It's by.
One timeout yellow on Bravo. Blue's got one? Blue's got one left. Blue on Bravo also has one.
Rene Comeau with his first here in 9. Just dying a little short. First time we've seen the draw weight from Rene kind of fail him tonight. This will leave Team Hanson with that bump opportunity. Sam coming down, Dan coming down. Down to 5 minutes remaining here. Team Hanson still has their timeout as well, as nobody's really watching the clock. Just trying to play this little run bump here. All in Dan's hands right now. Big scrub out of Sam. And it catches the guard on the way by. I think, folks, that's a case of they were rushing back down and they didn't take their time. Might have jumped Dan on it just a little bit for fearful that it would curl on him. Team Comeau here, final in 9, trying to get to the full 4. Big scrub out of Alex and Trevor. And it did look like a score of 2. We'll wait for them to post it on the board, and we'll update accordingly when we come back.
Uplazo's all-purpose mineralizer is the ideal solution for your plants. Uplazo is 100% natural and offers your vegetables, flowers, trees, herbs, and houseplants a blend of more than 57 minerals, compared to the big brand fertilizers that offer 3 minerals at most. Uplazo enhances everything that grows. Get bigger, tastier, and more colorful fruits and vegetables while keeping bugs away naturally. For a garden worthy of grandma, use Uplazo all-purpose mineralizer.
Good evening and welcome back to the 2025 Men's Provincial Curling Championship here at the Capital Winter Club. We saw a bundle of rocks in play. As our chief timing supervisor gets into the camera frame. Team Comeau judging from the placement of that stone. They are up by 3. We will turn the scoreboard on with that update. Team Hanson looking for some magic. Trying to score more than 2. They've scored 2, but can they get that 3rd point? Team Hanson's first guard Team Como not risking anything, throwing everything into the house. Dan's second stone needs to come to a grinding halt and needs to grind quick. And that stone just coming up short of the rings. Trevor, there's a pig downstairs. You owe it a quarter. I was just going to overbury a little bit.
Game complete on sheet Bravo. One blue. 7-4.
And some fractures appearing here late in the going for Team Como, with a hogged rock from Trevor and a missed hit from Alex. And a big scrub here from Dan. Doesn't quite get the roll to where they want it. But one is a lonely number, and that's what that blue is. 1, 2. And whatever fractures were evident, a big old strip of Flex Seal fixes that. 2 yellows disappear. Team Hanson now behind the 8 ball. Now trying to coax this over Sam. Hard on the scrub. Hard on the brush. Hard on the brush to get it in around that guard. And got it pretty much buried. We do have another complete game to talk about. Over on sheet 2, Team Kane defeats Team Robichaux after coming back with a 3-spot in 7. And they end up taking the game 7-4 through 10 ends of play. Team Comeau now just in cleanup mode. Making yellow guards go away. Making anything that they can hide behind and try to score multiple points disappear. Team Hanson, minute and 45 seconds to throw their final 2 stones, plus a 1-minute and 30-second timeout. So plenty of time still on the clock for that team. Trying to sit this one down and around this guard. Dan on the scrub trying to keep it straight. Sam trying to help get it along. But that rock just coming up short. Brody still thinking there's a chance to get 3 here, so Rene needing to throw his final stone. Rene just throwing his stone away. And it is there. It's a lot of moving parts. And with 44 seconds remaining on the clock, Brody delivers his final stone. And it catches the one along the back. Doesn't quite get the guards advanced. Yellow does pick up one in that attempt. Team Comeau coming out on top. The boys in the bright white curling coats. Over on sheet 1, we still have a battle going on. Team Grattan has battled back and tied it up 7 apiece in 9. Team Kennedy does have hammer. As we play 10. And Mike's first draw attempt does come up a little short. Trying to get it in to the guard area. It is rather high. Needing piece of button. Probably going a little wider than they have all game, and this one's just not slowing down for them. After 10 ends of play, Team Grattan battles back to win it 8-7. And that'll do it for us folks here draw number 2 at the Capital Winter Club of the 2025 Men's Provincial Curling Championship. This has been a Curl NB live production put on by volunteers. We want to thank the volunteers for coming out. We want to thank all the volunteers here for this weekend as well, helping out with this event. Our next draw is up, I believe. This is what happens when the sports producer comes in and doesn't have a program. Next draw is at 9:30 p.m. tonight. We are back here on sheet 3, and we will be following along team Jamie Stewart and team Ryan Kane. 2 clubmates, Jamie Stewart being the team UMB Varsity Reds men's curling team off to the AUS, off to the University U Sport here in a little bit. So we'll be back here at 9:30 to cover all the action here on sheet 3. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you then.
Proud supporters of Curling NB. Hoop Lasso. Visit www.hooplasso.ca to learn about our mineralizer and to find a retailer near you. BrokerLink Insurance. BrokerLink has a group rate for members of Curling NB. Visit www.brokerlink.ca to get your quote today. The Brennan Icebreaker. The Jake Thomas Celebrity Curling Classic. The Government of New Brunswick. The Curling NB Hall of Fame. Visit www.facebook.com/CNBHOF for all information regarding the Curling NB Hall of Fame and this year's nominations. Egg Farmers Rocks and Rings Program. Visit www.rocksandrings.com to bring the Rocks and Rings program to your school's gymnasium or community function. Sport New Brunswick. Visit www.sportnb.com to learn more. Coaching Association of Canada. Visit www.coach.ca to learn more. And Curling Canada. Visit www.curling.ca to view all future upcoming events.
Uplazo's all-purpose mineralizer is the ideal solution for your plants. Uplazo is 100% natural and offers your vegetables, flowers, trees, herbs, and houseplants a blend of more than 57 minerals, compared to the big brand fertilizers that offer 3 minerals at most. Uplazo enhances everything that grows. Get bigger, tastier, and more colorful fruits and vegetables while keeping bugs away naturally. For a garden worthy of grandma, use Uplazo all-purpose mineralizer.